Hello everyone, in this video we are going to show you two programs. The first of all would be the implementation of stack using an array, and the second program would be of converting or evaluating a postfix expression using stack array. So we will start our first program. In this we will start with the header file #include iostream using namespace standard int main. The main functions begin. Now we'll initialize an array stack of 20, its topmost element and two variables of integer data type. Then we will input the size of the stack, it will be k. Now we'll introduce the do while loop, its execution will begin. So we'll ask the user whether he wants to do a push, pop, display or exit operation. The user would enter the choice. So once the choice is entered, the switch statement execution will begin. So the first case is in case if the topmost element is equal to k, which is the size of the array, then it would say that the stack would overflow, so there would be no insertion of any element. Else, if it is not full or the stack is not overflowing, then there would be incrementation of the topmost element and it will ask the user to enter the element. So whatever element or data is entered, it would go directly to the top. So the next case is in case the top is equal to -1, then it would say that the stack underflow, because a stack would generally starts with 0. So in case of -1, it means that the stack is totally empty. So it would print out stack underflow, and it would else if it's not empty, then it would ask the user it would print out the element popped is the topmost element, which is taken out, and the top is decremented. So in the next case, if it would be of display function, display operation, if the top is equal to -1, then it would print out stack is empty. Or otherwise, if there's element inside the stack, it would print out elements of stacks are the following, whatever elements are present inside the array. And the last case, obviously, if we want to terminate the program, then it would say terminated, and it would come out. So all this is done inside the do while loop. So the do while loop will execute if the value of n is greater than 0 and is not greater than 4. So once, if we want to do operations like push, pop or display, it will do it again, and after executing it will again come back. But in case of from 4, in case for example we want to terminate it, so then it would terminate, and it would not repeat, so it will come out of the do while loop. So that's the program. We'll run it. Let me show you. So here it's asking enter the size of the stack, so we'll enter 5. So now I'll ask the user for his operation, whatever operation it wants. So we'll go for push, enter an element 4. Again a push, pop, display it will show. We'll again go for a push, enter an element, we entered 6. Again we'll go for a push, enter an element 9. We'll go for pop this time. The element popped is 9, so the last element which has been entered would be popped out. It would follow the last in first out principle. We want to display the display whatever is inside the stack. So the remaining 4 and 6 we can see. So, and now we want to exit. If we want to exit the operation, we'll press 4 and we'll say terminated, and it would finish. So that's one program to show how the stack implementation. The next up is the application of stack. Here we will convert or evaluate a postfix expression and bring out its overall value. So we'll start again with hash include iostream using namespace standard, void enter. So these are the functions, user defined functions. Void enter, bool is full, bool is empty, void push int pop, int n. Int n is will declare the data type here of n is int, and we'll declare the size of the array 99. We'll declare another variable as top of integer data type, and then we'll declare the functions for basics operation of the stacks. So enter, so void enter will declare the body of the function. Here it would be enter the size of the stack, it will be n. So a stack of n or an array of n would be created whose initial point, it's actually when we are creating this array, stack array, its the top will be initialized as -1. So in case if bool, now in the next function bool, so in case of the bool, so we are going to will introduce an if else loop. If the top is equal to n-1, then it would say that return true, else it would return false. This is in case when the stack is full. So in case now the next function is bool is empty. If the top is equal to -1, it means when the stack is totally empty. So it will return true, or if it's not, it will return false. So next function would be void push int m. If the condition is full here, then it will print out the stack is full, else we would implement the push operation. The top would be implemented, incremented, sorry, and the topmost value would be assigned as m. So in case of pop operation, if it is empty, it would say that the stack is empty. Otherwise, if it's not empty, then the top would be decremented and it would return the value of top plus 1. So in case if we want to display, it would again use the if else statement and check if it is empty or not. If it's empty, then it would print out the stack is empty, or else whatever is inside the stack, it would print the result. Now we go the int main. So the variable to store equation is of character type as enter, to get the size of the array. That's the function. Now cout, it would say enter postfix equation. Now the user would enter postfix equation t1, t2, t, and out would be of variables of integer data type used for storing the temporary values. Now we'll introduce the for loop. In case of int I is equal to 0, the character is not equal to any space, it would go on, the loop would go on. Now inside the for loop, if the character is plus, t1 equal to pop, t2 means equal to pop, and the out variable it will be equal to t1 plus t2. Now the logic behind this is that the top twomost element will come out as soon as any operator comes. So if the top so t1 So once the operator comes, the topmost element goes, the second topmost element goes. So the topmost, the T1 comes to the right, and the second one comes to the left, and the operator is used and is evaluated, and once it's evaluated, it's again pushed. The value out is pushed inside. Else if the the element is minus, the same thing will happen again. Out would be equal, the first element to be popped out would come to the right side, the second last element comes to the left side, and the minus operator evaluates it, and whatever comes it pushed inside. Same case goes for star. Star means multiplication. Same thing goes for division. Else the T is the integer character minus int 0, so to push the operands to the stack after converting them to integer. So after this we would display whatever the result is, then we would return. So let's see an example of this. It will say enter the size of the stack. We'll go for 8. Enter Postfix equation. Now we would let's enter 4 5 3 minus into. So it means I'll show you the order. So first goes in 4, then 5, then 3, then comes the minus. So once the minus comes, it means we'll pop out the first two elements. So 3 goes out, stays at the right, 5 comes out, stays to the left, and the operator minus will come and it will evaluate. So 5 minus 3 would be 2, and that 2 would be entered. So 4 and 2 are there now. 4 was there and then 2. So another operator comes in, that's star. So again both will go out, 2 elements will go out, and it would evaluate. 4 into 2 would be 8. So ultimately 8 would be the answer. So here we'll see the resultant is 8. So that's how it works. So in this video we saw the implementation of stack, and again an application of an array stack where we converted a postfix expression, evaluated it. So with this I would conclude the program. Thanks for watching.